A unique way to enjoy a Brewers game is coming up for people in recovery and really anyone who wants to have fun without alcohol. Joining me now are Tim Rabel with Recovery at Marquette and Christina Munchow of Rogers Behavioral Health to tell us more about this sober tailgate you both are planning next month. Kind of explain to us, this is a tailgate that's open to anyone that, like we said, wants to connect with others and have a sober experience. How did we think about this concept now in its second year?
Yeah, it kind of just started as an idea to get the recovery community together, and then we were just talking out in the lobby. It just got way bigger than we thought. There was a lot of excitement, and so we have a big group of about 2,000 going to the game, and then in Hellfire Field before we have that sober tailgate.
Yeah, and it's definitely something that a lot of people are interested in, obviously, to get out there and meet with people and connect. But you've done this not only for Brewers games, but Admirals and Bucks too. What's sort of the turnout been like?
We've had an incredible turnout. Last year for the Brewers game alone, our original number that was coming in was around that 1,200 mark. And this year, as Tim just said, we've increased it by up to 2,000, which is just incredible. Our Admirals game and our Bucks game both also had incredible turnouts. We were around that 500 to 700 range, I believe, between the sober tailgates and the total amount of people who showed up. And so it's just been really fun to watch the community come together in this way and be able to create a fun and safe space to be able to enjoy these outings.
Yeah, and obviously the amount of people that are showing up for it shows how needed it is, that people are craving that community and that sort of shared interest. What can people expect if they're going to the tailgate and then into the game too?
Yeah, I think the tailgate's kind of like the main event where a lot of like the activation happens, and it's, I don't know, kind of like an electric feeling, because you have people coming from Madison, Chicago, down from Green Bay, obviously a huge turnout from Milwaukee. There's a lot of games. They can buy t-shirts, free food for the first 500 to 600 folks that are there, recovery resources, music playing. So it's kind of like that tailgate atmosphere, just kind of with our own recovery spin on it.
I love it. What can people do to get involved, and why would you encourage them to come to something like this?
Oh man, if you're someone who's new to recovery, or even if you've been in recovery for a long time, I think one of the most important pieces, and something that we certainly say within the recovery community, is that the opposite of addiction is connection. And so for some folks it's hard to find that connection, or maybe you used to go to sports games and that was very much associated with substances in some capacity. And so I think it is important that the organizations that have stepped forward and have been a part of this continue to get that word out to those folks. But we have multiple opportunities. People are able to come and help volunteer the day of. They can help us by spreading the word, and also by just showing up for themselves and for their community in this way, which is something that we're so excited about.
I love it. Definitely something that people should learn more about if they're interested, and we'll be sure to have information online for them to do that. Thank you both for being in here and spreading the word.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's some of that info there on your screen right now. Milwaukee Recovery Night takes over American Family Field September 8th with the Home Run Derby beginning at 1:30, the Sober Tailgate running from 4:30 to 6:30, and the Brewers versus Cubs game starting at 6:40.